Sup, YouTube? This is Big D and Shade.
Yo.
And welcome to TacoYaki Bites. This is where we're going to give our opinions on one show this season and
Give you some bite-sized information on what we think of different shows that we are watching throughout the season. Well, I really needed to reorganize my list because here again, there's another fantasy one. But going along your same line of thing, I think this one seems to be fantasy and dark. And that would be Overlord. And this is done by Madhouse. So you know it is going to be all sorts of just dark and but very well done in that sense.
Very well done.
If it follows along the usual Madhouse way of doing things, but the storyline for this one is a little interesting, and it almost seems like what Sword Art and Log Horizon was, because story takes place in 2138 when a virtual reality game is booming. And basically, it's quietly shut down one day, but one person decides not to log out, and then
nowhere.
Yeah, this is my game. What are you talking about? Well, I can't say I blame him. I really can't. But and he's then transformed into the image of a skeleton and is the most powerful wizard. And the world continues to change. NPCs start to feel emotions, and having no place in society, he strives to take over the new world. So it's an interesting take on it. And I kind of hope, and I don't know how well they're going to do this, but I kind of hope he ends up playing, especially with the way he looks, because he looks freaking wicked and dark and evil looking. And even his compatriots that they showed in the trailer look freaking dark and evil looking. So I'm kind of hoping it's a rarity that I see these in any type of media, but we have the bad guy as kind of the good guy. You know, I like seeing reverse roles. I like seeing from a different angle, a different side, and stuff like that. So I'm a little interested to see how things play out and what they do with it, because just from the trailer, it definitely, just like you were saying with the last one, this definitely looks dark.
Yes.
And by God, does the main character, the skeleton, I mean, even when we watch that trailer, I look at him going, wow, dude. Yeah, you could be an overlord, because wow.
Yeah. So, with this one, you see, they kind of just introduce the main characters. Like, one person will talk, the next person will talk, the next person will talk, the next person will talk. And then you see this army of skeletons. And when you see each of the characters, you think that they kind of introduce them to villains because of the way that they look.
Yeah.
And then you see an army of skeletons. So I'm like, are we looking at all the bad guys? Or were those the good guys and the skeletons are the bad guys? I don't really know. It does look cool. I like how it's another twist on the whole stuck in the video game thing, except he's not really stuck. He's just like, I ain't going nowhere. And I like how, I don't know, it's like everybody else is gone. And this is just him. This is his world.
Yep.
And he's playing the game. I guess he's like playing the game like normal. And then all of a sudden, certain NPCs will just start talking to him, and he's like,
well, I don't know if he is like actually still playing the game, or if he actually just all of a sudden is now in the game.
okay.
If they do it the way that they've been doing with the other ones, I mean, he could just all of a sudden some weird thing happens, and all of a sudden he's no longer in the real world. Now it's just the game, and that's it.
But you have 6 hours to get out of the game, and we're shutting it off. And he's like, shut it off, and he's like, I can't log out. Oh well.
Well, it kind of sounds like he wanted to just be like, screw you, I'm in the game. But yeah, I mean, I hope they kind of do it as that kind of way where I hope they do it where it's not him like in Sword Art where it was a people were still in VR, but they were still doing stuff like that. I think I kind of hope they do it more like the way they did with Log Horizon, where it was just they're in the game. that.
Real life side to it.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of bled that through a little bit, but at the same time, it's like their life now became the game. And I'm hoping the way that they're doing it here, that ends up being the case. And I'm also hoping, just from what they said, that it's not going to be just based upon like forming the new world and seeing NPCs become real. I'm hoping that they kind of make that a kind of a footnote out to the side, and you kind of see that as like the action and all the crazy enough of the actual story progresses and whatnot. Because I can kind of see maybe they might put too much emphasis on, oh, the NPCs are becoming more human and whatnot. I'm like, no, that's cool and all, but we've kind of done that. We've been down that road. Let's kind of go into the action sequences with that, because you can do some cool stuff there. So I hope.
I'm looking forward to it. It looks cool. CG skeletons. I'm like, but oh well.
Yeah.
All right, and that's been TacoYaki Bites, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.